tell us about how you see postpaid consumer behavior shaping up in this time of COVID. Are family plans perhaps not playing out the way they otherwise might, maybe because people aren't roaming around quite a bit as much? Is it business plans? What's going on where perhaps people are not picking up more wireless service to the extent that they're picking up more broadband service?
What you see in the market, take on the consumer side, they are picking up more services. I mean, you saw on our Fios, we had almost a record quarter again on our Fios net addition. So definitely the importance of what we are doing with wireless and broadband is more important than ever when it comes to what's happening in the world and here in the US with the pandemic. What we see also is that they are upgrading their services. They're going upwards. That's what I'm talking about, the unlimited, going to unlimited premium. And we now have 60% of all our customers on unlimited. So that is another trend. On the business side, we have definitely seen the last 12 months that the Verizon Business Group has done very well on the wireless side, both with the public sector and with large enterprises. The small and medium business is a little bit lower activity given how hard the economy and the pandemic has hit. So that is the trends we see. And with the best forecast we do right now, we see that continuing. And we see actually growing faster when it comes to service wireless revenue in 2021 than we did in 2020.
That small and medium business piece is key. Thank you for that. Now, I want to ask about the role of the Hero smartphone in selling the 5G network. In previous generations of major network upgrades, we've seen phones like the iPhone, like Samsung's Galaxy phone, especially on Verizon, really making that case for consumers. Is that still the case with 5G? And should we expect to see the return of a higher level of subsidies for an extended period of time to help you make that case?
We're very excited of the new phones coming out, both with Apple and Samsung. Both of them have ultra-wideband inside. We can say that when Apple came out in the middle of the fourth quarter with their 5G iPhone with ultra-wideband, that was an important event because a big base of our customers are Apple customers. I would say we see the same trajectory right now as we saw at 4G, the same uptake of new users. And as I previously said, you can see it in our unlimited premium that is growing right now. 55% of our customers in the quarter took unlimited premium. That tells you a little bit how important these type of devices are. So, of course, there are some slowness or a little bit less of switcher pool in the market because of the pandemic and some close downs of stores, etc. But in general, we see actually a quicker uptake on 5G phones than we saw on 4G phones. It was a long time since 4G took off, so we all have forgotten it. At least I have. But when I do the comparison, actually 5G is taking off quicker right now.
Hans, I'm curious for your perspective on where we are in terms of the impact of COVID-related, work-from-home-related spending. You did see broadband subscriber growth slow to 60,000 in the quarter, down from 110,000 in the third quarter. So that trend seems to be slowing. But looking forward to the rest of this year, what are you anticipating in terms of an impact from that work-from-home trend, especially as people start to transition to go back to the office?
What we see on the consumer side and on the Fios side was, of course, we had the pent-up demand in the third quarter as we had a little bit harder to do installation due to COVID in the second quarter. But if you look at the second half of 2020, that's almost the best year we ever had on Fios broadband when it comes to implementation. So we still see a demand for better broadband at home in order to work from home. The same goes for enterprises. They have now upgraded, but they continue to do it. Clearly, somewhere when we're going to get to a more stable situation with the pandemic and the economy, people will come back to work, and it's going to be a little bit less of demand on it. But as we see it, it's going to firstly, I think, on the public sector that has invested a lot on remote learning and for public safety. That will probably come back a little bit or go back a little bit in the second half of 2021. But on the broadband and home broadband, we think that's a great opportunity. We still have a lot of things to do, both on 5G ultra wideband or 5G home, as well as on Fios broadband. And we also now have 4G home. So we are really seeing that we can serve all the customers in the different ranges with a home solution, which is so important in these times.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.